Respected friends, welcome, salutations to you and all of us. Together, salute the Lord in all forms, Lord in the form of Rishi Muni saints, Lord the beyond, to the Lord in the form of all our Shastras. It is our Antakarana. As it trained, so it becomes. As it becomes, so it influences us as a liability or asset. If the mind is trained to be ungodly, non spiritual, worldly, it easily goes to that, like the ducks take to the waters. But then that path is of destruction only, is not an evolutionary path, devolutionary. So, too, the mind intellect, when trained spiritually, it helps us in evolution. But because of the habit of the earlier path, to take 180 degrees, totally opposite, and come to this path, it takes time, it takes efforts, it takes patience, more than all, it takes the sacrifices. For that, we have to be ready. That also, till habitually we are able to take to spirituality, like we see so many great saints. Some saints are born because of our earlier life sadhana, but many are made saints in this very life by their own this efforts of sacrifice, efforts of struggle, efforts of efforts. So let us also just now look into our minds right now, into those minds, intellects, which are the instruments for our worldly life or spiritual. Tell to it, key, we are human, we are given the chance, ability, facilities to evolve and even discover divinity. In that is the true bliss is there. Oh my mind, oh my intellect, please believe me and listen to me and just start loving and liking this spiritual sadhana wherein love the study of Bhagavatam, Ramayanam, love the stories that are there, and love and like the knowledge or the messages that are given through them. Oh, my mind, intellect, love intensely to practice what given there, what is learned from it. Oh, mind, intellect, definitely you may not have faith right now whether you get happiness in that or not, because of your finding happiness in the lower things so far. But the guarantee is that there is more pleasingness, more joy, more pure happiness and contentment in these than anything outer. So, oh my mind, intellect, let us not fight with each other. Cooperatingly, coordinatingly, let us both grow through spirituality. In this way, every time we have to keep on giving this loving, kind counseling, suggestions to our inner equipments, and till that inspiration sustains in them, do the sadhana. Again, the inspiration will go away. Again, you have to inspire it. Sometimes the mind goes into the world to a great extent. Slowly, again, lovingly, you have to bring it back. In this way, habitually, like a dog, like a monkey, all of them, how they are slowly, from there, what do you call, the reckless way of behaving, how they are slowly tamed and controlled. So too, we have to tame and control our mind intellect to find delight, enjoyment in spirituality. With that delight and enjoyment found in doing sadhana, when we keep on doing it, the true enjoyment of discovering all those divine precious jewels which give so much of immense happiness in us. Whether you call them as Viveka, call them as Vairagya, each of them are precious jewels which will give such a happiness to us that they adorn us for our own contentment. And whoever looks at us, they also feel happy and praise us. We become inspiration to them with our ornaments. Like yesterday, if you see in the G20, the way the traditional cultural way, the whole thing was presented. The way in a sober, smooth form everything went on. Entire delegates who have come all over the world. They have just taken such a great message appreciating Bharat. The best of all was the 500 dishes were made, but not even one non-veg. Imagine the possibility of this. What an ornamentation of ours in this behavior. How appreciating and also mm, getting inspiration they might have gone. Example, in the same way, with the liking of mind, intellect of spirituality, one precious jewels, diamonds of spiritual achievements of Viveka, Vairagya, Mana Niyantrana, Indriya Niyantrana, Ekagrata, Shuddha Chitta, Sukshmata of Antakarana, Shastra, Jnana, each of these precious jewels, when we are going on adding to our personality, it gives us great joy. See, people also see, get inspired. Now, beyond all of that is becoming stabilized in our wisdom about the Lord alone to be the reality, stabilized in the convinced goal that we have to achieve Him, and stabilized in every day dhyana adi abhyasa. How fulfilling would be that life? So we have to try for that through our everyday morning, evening classes, and in between the free time is given to us, not to waste anywhere, but only for adhyatmikata. So join today. Let us enjoy our all the three programs. One, Bhagavatam, where Vasudeva ji ke dwara all the rishis get that great yagna done. Then how he gives the dakshinas to everyone, loves all, and how all those rajas also appreciate this beautiful yagna in that Samantha Panchaka during the Grahana period only. Thereafter, the love between the Yadavas and Nanda the Gopala, it is exemplary. They are the topics covered in Bhagavatam. In the Adhyatma Ramayanam, we continue. The Lord Rama has given the coronation Pattabhisheka to be the king of Ayodhya. And then today we will see Bhagavan Shiva doing stuti of Rama, also Brahmadi Devatas or Indradi Devatas. So let us try to enjoy and also our Ashtottaram. Today we see whose Ashtottaram is there. देखेंगे Start. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Sachidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditaradascha Arteshvabhignaswarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adhikavaye Muhyanti Yatsurayah Tejo Varimrudam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Mrusha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastakuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Dharma Projita Kaitavotra Paramo निर्वत्सराणां सतां वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परैरीश्वरः सद्यो हृद्यवरुध्यतेऽत्र कृतिभिः शुश्रूषुभिस्तत्क्षणात् नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो आचार्येभ्यो भक्तेभ्यो साधुभ्यो साधकेभ्यो तीर्थेभ्यो क्षेत्रेभ्यो नदीनदेभ्यो शास्त्रेभ्यो नमो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो मत्स्यादि अवतारेभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे मातापितृदेवताभ्यो आद्य शंकराचार्यादिगुरुभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोध सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवतानां दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं विवेकवैराग्य शमदमादि समस्त साधनानाम् अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्य देवता परम्परायाः पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण समस्त विश्व व्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति विश्व कल्याण विश्व एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये निष्ठितानाम् अस्माकं सह समस्त धर्म संस्थापकानां भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासूनां जबाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा समस्त शक्तीनां साधनानां संपदानां सानुकूल्यतानां प्राप्ति द्वारा अस्मिन् दिव्य धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थम् अस्मिन् कर्मणि ये शत्रवः सन्ति तेषां समूल निर्मूलनार्थं च श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण शास्त्रस्य दशमस्कन्धस्य पारायणमध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओं श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः उत्तरार्धः चतुरशीतितमोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच। Let us chant from 42 till the end of the chapter. Few slokas we have seen, then we'll continue. श्रीशुक उवाच इति तद्वचनं श्रुत्वा वसुदेवो महामनाः तान् ऋषीन् ऋत्विजो वव्रे मूर्ध्ना नम्य प्रसाद्य च तयेनं ऋषयो राजन् वृता धर्मेण धार्मिकं तस्मिन्नयाजयन् क्षेत्रे मखैरुत्तमकल्पकैः तद्दीक्षायां प्रवृत्तायां वृष्णयः पुष्करस्रजः स्नाता सुवाससो राजन् राजानः सुष्ट्वलङ्कृताः तन्महिष्यश्च मुदिताः निष्ककण्ठ्यः सुवाससः दीक्षाशालामुपाजग्मुः आलिप्ता वस्तुपाणयः नेदुर्मृदङ्गबडः शङ्खभेर्यानकादयः ननृतुर्नटनर्तक्यः तुष्टुवुः सूतमागधाः जगुः सुकण्ठ्यः गन्धर्व्यः संगीतं सह भर्तृकाः तमभ्यषिञ्चन विधिवत् अक्तमभ्यक्तमुर्मृत्विजः पत्नीभिरष्टादशभिः सोमराजमिवोडुभिः ताभिर्दुकूलवलयैः हारनूपुरकुण्डलैः सलङ्कृताभिर्विबभौ दीक्षितोऽसिन संवृतः तस्य ऋत्विजो महाराज रत्नकौशेयवाससः ससदस्याविरेजुस्ते यथा वृत्रहणोद्धरे तदा रामश्च कृष्णश्च स्वैर्बन्धुभिरन्वितौ रेजतुः स्वसुतैर्दारैः जीवेशौ स्वविभूतिभिः ईजेनुयज्ञं विधिना अग्निहोत्रादिलक्षणैः प्राकृतैर्वैकृतैर्यज्ञैः द्रव्यज्ञानक्रियेश्वरम् अतर्त्विभ्यो ददातु काले यतां नातं स दक्षिणाः सलङ्कृतेभ्योऽलङ्कृत्य गोभूकन्या महाधनाः पत्नी संयाजावभृतैः चरित्वा ते महर्षयः सस्नुराम हृदे विभ्रा यजमानपुरःसराः स्नातोऽलङ्कारवासांसि वन्दिभ्यो दातु तथा स्त्रियः ततः स्वलङ्कृतो वर्णान् आश्वभ्योऽन्नेन पूजयतु बन्धून् सदारान् ससुतान् पारिबर्हेण भूयसा विदर्भकोसलकुरून् काशिकेकयसृञ्जयान् सदस्वर्तिसुरगणान् नृभूतपितृचारणान् श्रीनिकेतमनुज्ञाप्य शंसन्तः प्रययुः क्रतुं धृतराष्ट्रोऽनुजः पार्थाः भीष्मो द्रोणः पृथाय यमौ नारदो भगवान् व्यासः सुहृत् सम्बन्धि बान्धवाः बन्धून् परिष्वज्य यदून् सौहृदातु क्लिन्न चेतसः ययुर्विरह कृच्छ्रेण स्वदेशांश्चापरे जनाः नन्दस्तु सह गोपालैः बृहत्या पूजयार्चितः कृष्णरामोग्रसेनाद्यैः न्यवात्सेत बन्धुवत्सलः वसुदेवोञ्जसोत्तीर्य मनोरथमहार्णवम् सुहृद्वृतः प्रीतमनाः नन्दमाह करे स्पृशन् वसुदेव उवाच भ्रातरीश कृतः पाशः नृणां यः स्नेहसंज्ञितः तं दुस्त्यजमहं मन्ये शूराणाम् अभियोगिनाम् अस्मास्वप्रतिकल्पेयं यत्कृताग्नेषु सत्तमैः मैत्र्यर्पिता फला वापि न निवर्तेत कर्हिचितो प्रागकल्पाच्च कुशलं भ्रातर्वो नाचरामहि अधुना श्रीमदान्धाक्षाः न पश्यामः पुरः सदः महाराज्यश्रीरभूत्पुंसः श्रेयस्कामस्य मानद स्वजनान् उत बन्धून् वा न पश्यति ययान्धदृक् श्रीशुक उवाच एवं सौहृदशैथिल्य चित्त आनकदुन्दुभिः रुरोद तत्कृतां मैत्रीम स्मरन्नश्रुविलोचनः नन्दस्तु सख्युः प्रियकृत प्रेम्णा गोविन्दरामयोः अद्यश्व इति इमासान् स्त्रीन् यदुभिर्मानितो वसतु ततः कामैः पूर्यमाणः सव्रजः स बान्धवः परार्ध्यावरणक्षौम नानानर्घ्यपरिच्छदैः वसुदेवोग्रसेनाभ्यां कृष्णोद्धवबलादिभिः दत्तमादाय पारिबर्हं याविदो यदुभिर्ययौ नन्दो गोपाश्च गोप्यश्च गोविन्दचरणाम्बुजे मनः क्षिप्तं पुनः हर्तुम् अनीशा मथुरां ययुः बन्धुषु प्रतियातेषु कृष्णयः कृष्णदेवताः वीक्ष्य प्रावृषमासन्नां ययुर्द्वारवतीं पुनः जनेभ्यः कथयाञ्चक्रुः यदुदेवमहोत्सवं यदासीत् तीर्थयात्रायां सुहृत् सन्दर्शनादिकम् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायां दशमस्कन्धे उत्तरार्धे तीर्थयात्रानुवर्णनं नाम चतुरशीतितमोऽध्यायः। ओम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्त्ययं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चत कर्हिचित् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणं दशमस्कन्धः निरोधस्यानुशेनमात्मनः सह शक्तिभिः अथ चतुरशीतितमोऽध्यायः उत्तरार्धः श्री शुक उवाच friends in our classes we are chanting through the chanting we are seeing that what we are studying is from the positive proper authority because of the chanting we are becoming familiar with the Samskrita bhasha and the beautiful great things that are given through that by this the glory of the Shastras, the glory of our Rishi Muni, and the glory of our ancient past of all the avatars, all the bhaktas, all the jignasus, jnanis, we are all coming to become aware. And this in turn is enhancing our knowledge, wisdom, giving us inspiration which we lost to live a noble life of Sanatana Dharmin, where the goal is Paramatma, all else are means. Now, from last few hundreds of years, because of our Daurbhagyam, we are born in this or that places where the Astikata is lost. We have become the Bhogaparayana, the Arthavadi or Vishayasakta. Because of that, not even the ability to chant the mantras we got now. It is gone. संस्कृत भूल गए, शास्त्र भूल गए, उसमें दिया हुआ जीवन विधान भूल गए, उसमें जो बताया हुआ कैसे जीवन जीना है, जिसमें यज्ञ याग होना चाहिए, उपासना होना चाहिए, शास्त्र सत्संग वी हैव टू हैव, सेवा टू द गुरुज वी शुड ही, all of that I have forgotten. Like, luckily we are now by the grace of God revoking all of that, re-inviting all of them or reinstating all of them. And our job is, if we have studied 100%, at least 10% of that we should be able to practically do also. Now in the present context, the entire main kings of the country, like all the 20 main countries, presidents, prime ministers were there in India for last 2 days. Same way, they all assembled in Kurukshetra in the place for the Surya Grahana, Tarpana, Upasana, and all that. Samanta Panchaka Kshetra. So many things happened we are seeing from last 10 12 days every day. The latest is what? All was over, rishis were going away. Vasudevaji holds their feet and asks the question relevant to all. Karmana karma nirharaha katham syatu. How, what karma by doing? The karma nirhara, the removal of all the prarabdha, all the sanchita, prarabdha to chalega. All the sanchiva gota goes away, by which our Janma Marana Chakra can be reduced. Then the rishis, first Naraji told why Vasudevaji asked and all. We also gave 6 7 explanations. All that was seen, that's why it took lot of time. Of later, the rishis have given him the great answer. And how they gave answer? One to the question, the two till the last moment. Then how in the next 2 3 shlokas only they gave the elaboration, the detailing also of that. The simple thing of all that is what? The summary. Ki by doing the Makha Yajna to the Sarva Yajneshwara Narayana with Shraddha, that the karma nirhara happens. So in that Yajna Makha done to the Sarva Yajneshwara Narayana with the Sankalpa that the karma nirhara should happen, not with the Sankalpa of any of the Phala Asakti of this world or that world. So this was the answer given. सेकंड श्लोक में कहा कि हाउ इट वर्क्स व्हेन वी डू द यज्ञस टू द नारायण विदाउट फलापेक्षा with only antakaran shuddhi and removal of all the karma nirhara, then the first thing happens is chitta shuddhi. Second thing happens is we start loving and doing our dharma, that leads to our jignasa, that jignasa leads to the jnana, jnana leads to moksha. So this is how question asked is about karma karma nirhara. Answer is given up to the moksha. Now these things when we have heard, then we have to do them. Once in a month at least we have to start doing such yajna. Fix hona hai. Just like we are going to see in the next 2 minutes. Vasudevji, how he immediately implemented the knowledge or the advice given by the rishis only, immediately we have to do. So you have around your own house some great pandits there, temple is there, shuru kar dena with whatever the resources we have. I know Vasudev has got plenty, therefore you could do it in a very big lavish way. So you can also gather 3 4 yajamans of your own neighborhood, your own relatives. कह देना उनको यार हर महीने हम मित्र यज्ञ करेंगे, तो एक महीने मेरे घर में होगा, एक महीने तुम्हारे में होगा, तो ये पंडित जी को हम रखेंगे या आप अपना पंडित जी यहाँ, तो विल डू इट. सो इकट्ठा करने से द कास्ट वर्क्स आउट. सो यू हैव ब्रदर सिस्टर्स, मिलकर करो, उसे थोड़ा लड़ाई झगड़ा भी कम होएगा, स्पिरिचुअलिटी भी इंट्रोड्यूस हो जाएगी, culture tradition also established. Because of these upasanas all the said benefits also come. Children also get a very beautiful idea as to how to live. देखो how wonderful. We have to be aggressive in doing. We are so lazy because of Vedanta, है ना. दैट कि ब्रह्म हो, मैं आत्म हूँ, कुछ नहीं है, भूतात्मा प्रेतात्मा हो, चेहरा देखो आईने में, विदाउट डूइंग एनी साधना. Practically, we have to do. Then we were told ki grahasthas, while going through grahasthashrama, in which they have to do nitya agnihotra, nitya upasana for the required things to maintain the family, etc. Along with only the above said yagna, only for the karma nirhara, jnana moksha, also they have to keep occasionally doing. As they are doing, the heart starts feeling for spiritual sadhana and all. By that time, you have gone through the entire grasthashrama gamut. At that time, the third stage of your age when it comes, first stage is studying, second stage is entire grasthashrama. Third stage, as it comes, consciously, slowly come out of one by one longings. That longings in technical word are called as eshanaha. So first Vitta Eshana, you come out, then Dara Eshana, you come out, then the Putra Eshana, you come out, then Atmaloka Eshana, you come out. Finally, the Gramya Eshana also you come out and stay, go into a forest like a Vanaprastha Sthala, where you just go on doing your undoing of what is done at the mind intellect level through tapasya, the result of which is Shuddha Antakarana. Use that Antakarana by going to the Guru, get the Tattva Jnana Upadesha, contemplating, meditating on that, just to realize the self and get moksha. This is what all those rishis have done. That's why they are at that stage. Therefore, unhesitatingly taking that opportunity through the Vasudeva to all the kings assembled there and to all those who are studying Bhagavatam, they have given the entire scheme of life from where we are, what we are to the liberation they have given. Then so careful they are, so conscious, so beautiful they are, ki they gave a hint also. Ki every dvija born comes with three runas. Devaruna, Mitruna, Rishuna. Without clearing them, if one goes for sannyasa or pure adhyatmika sadhana, it won't be successful. He will fall from there. They were ensured that all these runas are cleared. So the Devaruna cleared by Yajnasa, Pitruna cleared by taking care of children, giving birth to good children, bringing them up, giving them all the samskara, making them responsible citizens of society and the custodians of dharma. Through this, the Pitrunam is cleared. And then the third one, the Rishiruna is cleared by doing the adhyanam of the Shastras and the service of the Rishis. So in that they say you have done two clarities. The Pitrunam is done by you, the Rishirunam is done by you, Devaruna is there. So by doing the Yajna, clear of that also, then go Aruno and Asharano Bhava. Nirrunaha Asharanaha Bhava. Nirrunaha, free from all the debts. Asharanaha means only you are the Sharana of everything. That Paramatma you are. To recognize that the ashrama which is taken up called as samsara is called Asharanaha. Be that. So they gave because that's what the fact. How much was they were received, how much he got convinced, how much of the guts he has to do all the sadhanas, how much of the effort he can put, that determines how much he grows in doing. Same is with all of us. Exactly what is told to us by them is as good as told to us also because we have studied Bhagavatam. तो हमको भी बताया गया अब वो कह रहेंगे वो तो फिर उनको तरक्की हो जाएगी कर लिया उन्होंने हमको भी करना है तो we'll also get. Then instantaneously, without delay, Sri Vasudevji has accepted them only as Ritviks. That's what I was telling. Accept some Ritviks. In earlier days, we should have used to have that family doctors for the physical problems, family Jyotishyas for all these Muhurta Kala ityadi to tell, and also the Kula Guru used to be there who used to guide us in all the spiritual matters. Nothing wrong. Even now you can have. वेदांत विचारण बताने वाले गुरु आचार्य अलग, यज्ञ उपासना करवाने वाले अलग, ज्योतिषादि दिखाने वाले अलग, so to the आरोग्य इत्यादि बताने वाले अलग. We should have those four guidances for us all the time. So the suggestion is what? Gather your family members, friends, etc. है कि नहीं? एक को पकड़ो, करो दोनों मिलकर, उसमें तीसरे को बुलाओ, वो भी आ जाएगा, चौथे को ऐसे बुलाओ. There are in this Bhumandala, even in the Kali Yuga, some families who have done hundreds of yajnas individually and collectively with the people. How much punya they might have collected, dekho. How glorious would be their next life. Why did they do? Because they got commitment. When we start doing, things fall in right place. So, like Vasudeva, you each of you, those who are listening to Bhagavatam, take up this. The yajna for the antakarana shuddhi and preparation or qualification for the moksha. In that also, one sankalpa can be added for the Vishwa Kalyana, Vishwa Adhyatmikata through our Sanatana Dharma Vyapti, which helps others also. Now, ये सारे theory सुनते गए, भूल जाते गए, सोते गए, and then as we were earlier with the same worldliness, tamo rajo guna, then we are not at all doing any good to us. We are not committed spiritual sadhanas. We are obliging only the acharyas or the gurus just to listen. If that is the thing, we have such an unfortunate, useless fellows we are, if we are not practical. पर फिर भी क्या है अभी भगवान को है ना गधे भैंस को भी खाना खिलाते हैं उनको भी आगे बढ़ाते हैं तो वी आर आल्सो लाइक दैट जिंदगी भगवान को बेचारा चलाना ही पड़ता है बिकॉज ही इज द कॉज ऑफ ऑल ऑफ अस दिस नो चार्म इन दैट लाइफ aggressively doing ourselves and making us like Pujya Gurudev. See, when he started the samstha and all, what was the condition of Bharat Mata at that time? Some ashramas only, some satsanga was going on. He became so aggressively traveled all over the world and all. Seeing him, not only he trained under his banner, hundreds of the people will carry on that baton of Shastra Prachara. Thousands and thousands of people have taken up and started their own ashramas, their own samsthas, teaching one or the other aspect of the Sanatana Dharma only. May not be the same what Gurudev taught. Same text, same path नहीं. सबको इंस्पिरेशन आ गया. You understand, in today's country, thousands and thousands are there who are teaching Gita, who are doing Jyotish Shastra, who are teaching Bhagavata, who are teaching. क्यों कहाँ से हुआ इन्होंने स्टार्ट किया सबको इंस्पायर किया एवरीबडी स्टार्टेड डूइंग everywhere spirituality is entering now because of Gurudev. But it has to become more purer, more phalasakti rahita, without much of this materialism. The pure spirituality, it will come, that also come. So, same thing we are saying, we have to do. It is a continuous process. Puja Gurudev we did and went away. If the next set of people, if they don't take up that weight, and again the materialism in the Kali Yuga overpowers, everything gets forgotten again at the individual and total level. तो इस अवेयरनेस के साथ हमारे भी लोगों का लोक का भी धर्म का भी कल्याण के लिए practically we have to do them. Very, very essential. Promise to yourself on this day, 10th September 2023, that every month we are going to have मोटे तौर पर या छोटे तौर पर some or the other यज्ञ in our house. विष्णु सहस्रनाम, सुदर्शन होमम, गणपति होमम, हो सके तो 15 दिन में एक बार, नहीं तो महीने में. Make groups in different houses. You chalk out पूरा साल 12 महीने 12 चीज करवा दो. हाँ, with whatever budget you can afford. You can't twice a month, once a 2 months करो या ग्रुप बना लो. In your own way, take initiative. Everyone should become an institution by himself in doing such things. No more depending on others, begging on others. What is great in them? What is not there in you? कभी कहे ना हमसे बहुत छोटे होते हैं उम्र में बच्चा लोग हम उनके पीछे बढ़ते हैं कि वो करे तभी हम करेंगे. You are double age than them. You do it. Take initiative. Okay. Now, Vasudevji, beautiful topic it is now. He has accepted them as the Rutviks, requested them to be the Rutviks. उनको भी और क्या चाहिए? भगवान के बाप से हम भगवान का यज्ञ करवा रहे हैं. They won't get more greater opportunity than that. They have accepted. So from that we are seeing it. Iti tad vachanam shrutva Vasudevah mahamanaha tan rushin rutvijaha vavre. To those rishis only he has accepted or requested them to be the Rutvik. So then Murdhana Anamya Prasadya cha, by doing humble salutations and pleasing them and convincing them. Ta, tara, ta, ta, te rushayaha, those rishis also, he Rajan, ho Parikshita, dharmena vrutaha, who are very beautifully accepted by that Vasudeva, enam dharmikam, to this dharmika Raja Vasudeva, tasmin kshetre, in that seventh Panchaka kshetra itself, Ayajayan made him do the yajnas. How many? Makhaihi Uttama Kalpakaihi. the greatest of the yajnas, with the greatest of all the processes, with the greatest of all the dravya. They got many yajnas done through Vasudeva. By making him Yajamana, they remaining as Ritviks. What a combination, you see. See, one thing I share, a little important. This is the only way by which our Rajoguna can be refined to become Sattvic. If it is not done, two things will happen. The Rajoguna will take us into worldly bhoga, later on leading to the tiredness, exhaustion of Tamoguna, not giving chance at all for the Sattva. देखते देखते हम ना घर में बैठे बैठे खाते खाते सोते सोते टीवी देखते देखते इतने तमोगुणी बन जाते हैं कि माइंड इज डल वेटेड, इट इज नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट एनीथिंग, इवन द डोमेस्टिक अफेयर्स, इवन द फैमिली थिंग्स, इवन द नेबरहुड फ्रेंड्स, उनका भलाई भी सोचना भूल जाते हैं. Like a buffalo, now when we have become like a buffalo before death, after death there's no like a buffalo, we will be made as buffalo. This Yagna Yaga, they dynamize us, make all the dynamic energies positively utilized, by which the Tamoguna is removed. And solely because there are spiritual activities, the Sattva Guna starts coming into us. Other than this, to escape the Tamas, to make use of rightly the Rajas, and to invoke the Sattva, and thus grow as a spiritual being, evolve as a spiritual being, there's no other way. No other way. Please think about it very seriously. And some of us are by fortune have such a good body makeup, etc. Even old age also we are still dynamic. People 50 साल में इतने बुढ़े हो जाते हैं, physically they can't move. When you have the physical dynamism of energy, still even at the age, do the yajnas, not in doing any of the nonsense things of the worldly people. No. किसी खुशा होने के लिए जाना है, खत्म अभी मैं यज्ञ कर रहा हूँ, आना है तो आओ सुनो बस. If we are not strict disciplined this way, we are not going to do good for ourselves. बस इतना समझ लेना इन यज्ञों के द्वारा फल क्या है. देन तद दीक्षायाम प्रवृत्तायाम, when the diksha was taken for performing all the yajnas by Vasudeva, and he included all the people who are around him also, Vrishnayaha, all the Vrishnikula male folk, Pushkara Srajaha, with beautiful lotus malas, Snataha, after taking bath, Suvasasaha, well dressed, Rajanaha, all of them, Sushtu Alankritaha, what alankara required to be the yajamana to do the yajna, they all also gather. It's not so selfish that he alone will do. तो एक brother, sister जो भी है उनको भी. Then then Maheshyacha, the Vasudevaji's wives, Devaki Adi, and all other queens of other kings also, Muditaha, they were happy in participating in that yajna. Suvasasa, Nishkakantyaha, they also with beautiful dressing and ornamentation. Diksha Shala Upajagmuhu, excited. They also to cooperate with husbands. They also enter into Diksha Shala Aliptaha with all proper fitting attire there. Vastu Panayaha with the hands having all the Vastu Samagri required for doing the puja there, yagna there. So they were also initiated into involved in that yagna practice upasana. This is the way. The punya is earned, God's grace will come, the culture tradition is sustained, tamoguna is eliminated, rajas is rightly utilized, satoguna is invoked, then the whole world's goodness is created. यही है तरीका, इसके दूसरा नहीं. This is how our great rishis munis have conceived how the whole world also has to evolve spiritually. They gave all these things. इस तरह से हमारा जीवन में गुजारना है. Inside, the goal is experiencing oneness with the God, which will be the result of all these through the Antakarana Shuddhi, through the Avalabdhi of the Guru, who gives us Mahavakya Upadesha. And when we surrender to that Guru, he will see to it that we work out that Mahavakya Upadesha in the experience that Aham Brahmasmi. Okay. Then beautiful celebration of Neduhu, Mrudanga, Pataha, Shankha, Bheri, Anakadayaha. So to mark the beginning, and in between a variety of the auspicious musical instruments are played. Now, I told you all that is, it creates utsaha and rajoguna. ये मृदंग भेरी पटका युद्धों में ही auspicious activities में भी क्यों करते हैं? So that the mana should not enter into the tamoguna. mana happy with tamoguna with the body identified. उसको आने नहीं देना, इसलिए अच्छे अच्छे साउंड वगैरह बजाए जाते हैं. So they were all going on, and it also gives the responsibility that some auspicious thing is going on. Let us participate. Then Nandrutur Natanartakyaha, all the men and women who are experts in dance, they were expressing those dances. So Tushtuhu Sutamagadaha, all the Sutamagadas were doing the stuti of the Lord whose yagna is being done. Thereafter, Jaguhu Sukhantya Gandharvyaha, even Gandharvi streets also, they were with a melodious voice, they were also singing the great Kirtana Bhajana. Sahabartukaha, along with their husbands, they were बढ़िया जुगलबंदी लगाकर गाई जा रहे हैं. Is it not? In this way, if you organize a once in a month spiritual as a thing, and your own sisters, brothers, neighbors, tell them in advance, भाई आप इस बार 2-3 भजन आप गाओगे. And nobody is without bhajana, nobody is without the throat. देखो गाते रहो, गला अच्छा हो जाता है. गला अच्छा हो या ना हो, 10 बार गाया कोई बंदा, उसका गला आपको अच्छे लगने लगता है. दैट इज सेकेंडरी, बट देन डू. अब भाई आज थोड़ा एक चावट गीता पारायण करेंगे, एक भजन करेंगे, एक स्तोत्रम करेंगे, एक कीर्तन करेंगे. ऐसे 4 लोगों को 4 आइटम दो, उनको भी प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगा. These good things we are not doing. That is why the Maya coming in the form of the TV serial, the TV channels. In that, nothing but destructive things are there. Please recognize it. We should not have even a moment also to see or involve in all those destructive things. Then only first we are saved. Seeing us, our children also learn. Hmm. Otherwise, we are hooked onto them, destroying all human life. मैं तो पक्का कह रहा हूँ, no doubt, no second thought, no second opinion only. So they were all singing, dancing, doing the stuti. What a festivity it must be there in a Shamanta Panchaka. So the word picture Vyasaji is giving Shukadevji is, you have to picturize in your mind how beautifully it has been done. Now an example of it is our Bharata Mandapam yesterday. An idea, immediate one, जो अभी वो अभी भी है, अभी इसको निकाल नहीं दिया. In that way, make your house decorated, music and all. एक्टिव रहना है, डायनामिक रहना है स्पिरिचुअल चीजों में. हाँ, इफ यू आर एबल टू मेडिटेट 8 hours 10 hours per day and 6 hours you are studying the class and 6 hours you are coming to class, हो गया. In that case, don't do yagnas. If this is not done, do yagna upasana. Only 2 options, don't give the third one. The third option is wasting time in unnecessary involvements, wasting time in unnecessary indulgences, wasting time in unnecessary unwanted on the name of rest, becoming lazy. यही करना पड़ता है हमको, तभी साधना होगा. Thereafter, now our Vasudev ji का turn आया. तम अभ्यसिंचन विधिवतु अक्तम अभ्यक्तम ऋत्विजः. तो बिफोर दैट बात, दैट दृष्टि वगैरह नहीं लगने के लिए वो जो आई टेक्स लगाते हैं, देन द अभ्यंगनार्थम स्नान के लिए वो घी वगैरह तेल लगाते हैं, वो सब करवा के देन अभिषेक was done to make him ready as a yajamana to this Vasudeva ji. Then he also had and his all 18 wives. देखो लिखा है पत्नी भी अष्टादश भी. Vasudeva had 18 wives, not only the Devaki. Dasarath ji had 180, 10 times more. Patni bihi ashtadashabihi. He was looking like Somarajamiva Udubihi, like Chanda Mama with all the stars. Like last 4-5 days in our youth class, I am chanting the Nakshatra Suktam for them. आपके लिए भी कभी नहीं किया मैं. डेली 2-2 नक्षत्रों का हम पढ़ रहे हैं. आज मघा नक्षत्र और एक दूसरे का 3-3 बार पाठ हुआ. So they were all like stars and Vasudeva ji were like the moon. They were all given their respective baths and they have come with very well dressed, ready for doing the yagna. Then Tabihi with all those wives, Dukula with a wonderful dressing, Valayahi with the bangles etc. in the hands, Hara, the garlands in the neck or the necklaces, Nupura with a very good anklets and all, Kundalaihi, the earrings, so Alankrutabi, so Alankrutabi, those are in that way very well Alankrita with cosmetics etc. Vivavau. And he was looking so good along with them. By himself, Dikshitaha Ajina Samvrataha. Because the Mukhya Jamani has to do the yajna, he was with द यज्ञ के लिए तैयार वाला अजिना समृतः, द डियर स्किन, और उससे जो कपड़े यज्ञ के लिए पहनना पड़ता है वो अटेयर पहनकर ही वाज देयर. सो ऑल ऑफ देम अराउंड ही वाज देयर. देयर आफ्टर क्या हुआ? तस्य, हे महाराजा, to that Vasudev ji, oh Raja Parikshit, Shukdev ji is telling कि Ratna Kausheya Vasasaha Ruktijaha. Even Rutniks also were given wonderful silken cloths with a great ornaments. They were also Sasadasyaha. Even the other Sadasyas also with great ornamentation. Virejuhu. They were all wonderfully seated. Yatha Vrutrahanaha Adhare. Like in the yagna conducted by the Indra, how the Adityas, Rudras, Sakala Devatas were there. In that way, the entire Yagnashala, Sabha Mandapa was fully divinely blazing with all these four categories of people. The category number one, the Yajamanas. The category number two, the Rutviks. The category number three, all the Sadasyas who have come to witness it. The category number four, those who are helping in that grassroots activity. Everyone were in that divine mode of contributing in their performance for that yajna. So that's what is the meaning of each of the shloka, which we have to feel, contemplate for some time. Like this, in any of the Shastra, other than Vedanta Vicharana, other than the Bhakti or Yoga, other topics when they are given such the details, even they are not waste. From them also we can learn something, get some inspiration. For example, this one is what? Getting so nicely made up, not only the body outside, but mainly the mind inside, and that we are doing this positive yajna, the activity. है ना? आपके घर में भी when you get your children married, from the first year onwards only or first month only, you start getting the yajnas done by your son and newly come bahu. धीरे धीरे उसको आदत हो जाता था. अब कोई करवाए ही नहीं है, जो धीरे धीरे वो राक्षस बन जाते हैं. Then now you say that after those many years, no, they are not in the hands. And why will they be there when you have not done all that? But nobody told, no, use your prarabdha. Do at least now. है कि नहीं? That was the culture tradition. For the sake of next generation, these families used to do all that. Definitely with a positive faith that in course of time they'll respect you because of your doing all these spiritual things. They also imbibe. अब लेकिन ना क्या हुआ, हमको ऐसे लोग मिलते हैं ना जैसा बताने वाले हैं. No, in Bhagavata you see all these details come to us. Another thing, no, बच्चे तो बिगड़ गए, बच्चे बहू, अब पोते तोते हैं, उनको तो सिखाओ. है ना, वो भी नहीं सुनते. दिन सब नालायक है, तो छोड़ के कोई आश्रम में बैठ के खुद कर लो अपना कल्याण. Don't get, hang on to the unnecessary nonsense people and all. Yeah, in your own house, a corner, call your पंडित जी, बोथ दोनों पति पत्नी बैठो, आप अच्छे यज्ञ पूजा करवा लो. Options we have to find and keep doing something or the other of this type every day. मुझे पूछो तो इज रियली यू कैन अफोर्ड द मनी ना, डेली 300-400 रुपए दे दो, कोई पंडित जी आकर 1 घंटा आपसे अच्छी तरह घर में पूजा करवाएंगे. तो 8,000-9,000 तो नथिंग लाइक नवे डेज. उनको भी कुछ मिल जाएगा, इफ नॉट एवरी डे एटलीस्ट वंस इन 2 days. उनको भी कुछ, ब्राह्मण को कुछ मिलेगा, और आपके घर में भी निरंतर उपासना पूजा चल रहा है. I am telling you million times, because we are not involving in these spiritual activities, that all the other nonsense things mind is projecting and pulling us into them. So too, the world has the audacity to pull us into worldliness with all the domination, with all the obligation. Don't you have your own commitment or command on your own life? Can't we have at this age the common sense as to how our life we have to live for our evolution? Can't we take charge of our own life? इतने कमजोर, इतने बुजदिल, इतने डिपेंडेंट, शर्म नहीं आता. It is my life. I have to evolve spiritually. For that, these are the ways. I am not going to listen to anyone. How long slavery? How long that? Chi chi chi. Shut up. Waste life. Take up. देखो वसुदेव जी, नेवर, किसी को डरे नहीं वो, कोई भी हो, उनके बेटा भगवान हो तो किसको क्या फर्क है। हिज फादर इज देयर सूरसेन एंड फादर्स ब्रदर उग्रसेन, कोई भी, मैं करता हूँ यज्ञ बस, करवाया उन्होंने। We have to be committed. Million times we are saying it is not that because we have so many problems in the world that we are not able to be spiritual. It is the wrong thought. It's the other way. Because we are not committed in spirituality, all this Maya is covering us. And we justify that that's called Moha. Maya is being worldly. Moha is justifying it. How do they both of them go? Only by being spiritual. Spirituality removes Maya. When Maya gone, Moha is not there. Yagna Agadi are very essential. Thereafter, ki yatra vrutrahano adhare, like the Indraji ke yagna ke samana, these all were there. Our great Vasudevaji, Devaki, and everyone. Then what about Balaram Krishna? Tada Ramaha cha Krishna cha. Balaramji Krishna also Swai Swai Bandhuvi Anvitau, with all the variety of his their own bandhus. बंधु मीन्स उनके बाद में आए वाले, सो दे हैव देयर ओन वाइफ्स एंड उनके पेरेंट्स, उनके इन लॉज आउट लॉज, बड़ा परिवार है उनका भी। अब कृष्ण का 16,000 पत्नियां, मतलब उनके फैमिली सब इनके ही है ना अभी, रिलेशंस, उनके बच्चे नाते पोते गीते ये सब मिलकर स्वई स्वई बंधु भी अन्वित रेजत हो, देवर ऑल्सो रेवेलिंग देर स्वसुतई ही दारई ही, with their own wives, like Krishna, all the 8 wives and others. Then Balram also Revati, etc. के साथ with children. जीवेशौ की स्वविभूति भी. The Ishwaras only who have taken the human form with their own vibhuti. Their स्वविभूति means the बलराम कृष्ण के विभूति आई हैं, उनके संतान वगैरह वगैरह, वो सब के साथ they were also fully, actively, dynamically participating. So the total thought, Vasudeva took initiative. He selected the rishis for doing yajna. They agreed. Then Vasudevaji's all patnis involved. Then all the other rajas and their patnis involved. Then their children involved. Then their children involved. That's what I was saying. If you start doing, everybody involves. नहीं तो भाड़ में जाए, you are at least doing. Those who don't listen to us, that to spiritual things, we need not be worried about them. उन्होंने उनका प्रारब्ध है, मतलब उनका हमारा नाता से प्रारब्ध का है. Don't get attached emotionally to anyone. Otherwise, this life's emotions get stronger, and next life also will be like that only. उस अगले जन्म में भी ऐसे ही गुरु मिलेंगे, शास्त्र मिलेंगे, लेकिन उन्हें लोगों में फंसकर हम उस जन्म में भी साधना नहीं करें. We have to learn from this. So Balarama Krishna. Okay. Then now, when everything is ready, set, these great rishis like Vyasa and whoever were there, they got Vasudevaji done all the yajnas that are auspicious. 2 दिन 3 दिन 10 दिन जितने दिन लगाए होंगे, सुबह दोपहर शाम. Like these 3 themes were given, na? One universe, one goal, one future. So 3 topics they kept excellently. They discussed all the 3. मजा आया वो देखकर. Same way each yajna. So each anuyajnam. Anuyajnam is one after the other yajna. They got Vasudevaji to do vidhina, with vidhi vidhan. Say Agnihotradi Lakshanaihi. Starting from the basic Agnihotradi, Punyahavasanam ityadi, they got him do yajnas. For example, what are they? Prakrutaihi yajnaihi, Vaikrutaihi yajnaihi. So the Prakruta yajnas, which are given in the Vedas, etc. Purana इतिहासों में दिए हुए यज्ञ, ये सब ये ऋत्विकों ने वसुदेव जी से होलसेल में वहीं सब करवाए. Because he knows that such great gurus or the rishis won't be available all together at one go. That's what I was again and again referring to G20. That so much of Indian culture is shown because so many presidents, prime ministers at one go cannot come again to India. We can't afford to spend so much time every year. अब अगले ईयर ब्राजील में होगा वो, उसके बाद और कहीं होगा. 20 साल के बाद फिर अब इंडिया को मौका मिलेगा. 20 कंट्रीज है उसमें. अब मौका मिला है तो प्रदर्शन करो. And the today's morning attitude of taking all of them to Rajghat and all, how, that Brazilian president तो कहते हैं, who is the next president of the G20 now, कि I am so much inspired by the Himsa etc. of Mahatma Gandhi. And his speech was even little better than that of Modi also. He spoke in Brazilian language, but it was translated there and then in English. I was so keenly listening. A great tapasvi is there in him. The language used by him, the powerful way of speaking, it was so perfect, wonderful. Even better than Biden. Biden was, he was little egoistic, sarcastic. Sarcasm तो दिखा नहीं वो, but that American pose वो लगा रहे थे. वो तो होता ही है, वो जन्म से है, वो तो जाता नहीं. Like the Muslims, a variety of arrogance they have. They think they are the dominant people of the world. They are the Rakshasas actually. So do like some Tamilians. They think they are greater than Hindu Sanatana Dharma. So everyone has some limitations, funny things. That's okay. But this person was talking so beautifully about Mahatma Gandhi. I'm telling that occasion is utilized when all of them are together. So wonderful it is. Variety of खाना मेरे को लगता है, आप मानो, out of these 20 countries के जो भी है delegates 1000, at least 10-20% they will keep visiting India again and again, or take the Indian culture to them. Some of them even come and stay permanently in India only. I don't know, हो भी सकता है. That much attractive. Our nation, Bharata Mata, with all its culture, is so great only. Somehow we could not take it to the world because of the earlier government nonsense, selfish fellows, non-Hindus, non-Indians, and also before that the Britishers, the Mughals, all of them were jealous of our culture. They were destroying it only. कोई ले नहीं जाता हमारे भारत माता के इन सारे चीजों को दुनिया भर. इस तरह से politically, individually all spiritual samsthas are doing. That is why in every country थोड़ा बहुत हमारा धर्म है. अब ये तो पूरा गवर्नमेंटल हो गया ना. What I am telling all this example is this one, कि everybody took part once Vasudev ji took the initiative. Now, in spiritual things nobody can say no out of devotion or out of fear. भक्ति के लिए आपके बच्चे कितने भी राक्षस हो, पार्टिसिपेट करे या ना करे, ना तो नहीं कहेंगे, उनको पाप भीति होते हैं अंदर, fear of the sin. Unless you are so bad like Vishnavasa, like your son is like Rakshasa, the Hiranyakashipu. I can't help it. Is it not? But then, Baba aap kar lo, they'll say, they may not attend it, but they won't stop. Keep on every day being so busy in these things. मैं तो चाहता हूँ बाबा 24 घंटे ऐसे निकल जाए भगवान की सेवा में, कि शरीर मन बुद्धि सब पार करे, बस उनके साथ एक हो जाए. हे भगवान तथास्तु बोलो. देन कम्स हियर कि ईचे अनुयज्ञम विधिना अग्निहोत्रादि लक्षण प्राकृतैर वकृत यज्ञ टू whom that Lord he evolved ज्ञान द्रव्य द्रव्य ज्ञान क्रिया ईश्वरम. That Lord who is the Ishvara of the dravyas, the Ishvara of the jnanas, Ishvara of the kriya. To that Lord they have done all the yajnas. They got Vasudeva do all of them. See, the dravya jnana kriya Ishvara. This is what is our tomorrow's 18th sutra of our Patanjali Yoga Darshanam. What is Drishyam? What is the sutra that? Jnana, Kriya, Dravyatmakam, then Bhutendriyatmakam, then Bhoga Apavargartham Drishyam. Same देखो याद है मेरे को. Bhagavan is the Ishvara of the all dravyas. He is the Ishvara of all the kriyas, and the jnana with which the yajna done, that also is given by the Lord only. Of that Lord, who is Narayana Vishnu, they got the Rishis Munis. Vasudeva do all the variety of yajnas. Example के लिए प्राकृत ही वायुकृत ही कहा, every one of them. Then thereafter the most important topic is what? Atha Rutvigbhyaha. Out of gratitude to all these Rutviks, Kale, in the right time, Adatu, they gave what? Yatha Amnatam Sadakshinaha. That Vasudeva gave as told in the Shastras, the sufficient dakshinas to all the Rutviks who performed those yajnas for him. Okay, so alankritebhyah, alankritya. Okay, na? So alankritebhyah, alankritya, Gobhu Kanya Mahadana means first he gave them all the ornaments to alankara. Once those Ritviks have got them, then to them he gave go, the cows, they are also alankrita, bhuhu, the lands, etc., kanyaha, that also with Parvali alankara, then mahadhanaha, the variety of the wealths. So they have given the wealth of the ornaments, gold, the hiranyam is gold, then kanyaha, bhudanam, godanam, all they have given. So this is what is the ऋत्विकों को देना. सु अलंकृतेभ्यः मीन्स पहले उनके अलंकार के लिए देना, फिर उनके सेवा के लिए गो हिरण्य कन्या इत्यादि एग्जॉस्टिवली ही गेव. देर आफ्टर क्या हुआ कि फाइनल स्टेप इज व्हाट, पत्नी संयाज अवभृतैः Charitva, te Maharshi, all those Maharshis took Vasudevadi into that Samanta Panchaka Kshetra, Balram ji ka banaya, sorry, Parashuram ji ka banaya Kshetra, उसमें as a conclusion, the Avabhruta Snana, पत्नी संयाज अवभृत, तो पत्नी के साथ जो यज्ञ का सफलता के लिए वो अवभृत जो स्नान करना है, that they got Vasudev ji do. Swapatni Sanyaja Avabhrutai Charitva Te Maharshaya, they also Rama Hrade in that Parashurama Kunda Sasnoho took the Batu Vipraha, those Brahmanas Rishis, Yajamana Purasaraha, along with the main Yajamana Vasudeva and whoever have taken part there. So all these when we are studying slowly, how great is our Sanatana Dharma culture, having all these traditional upasanas, yajnas, pujas, at least information we are getting. Which Bhagavatakara talks all this batao? Only Krishna Katha ubhe rote rote bas utna ही. Unless you study original Bhagavatam, original Ramayana, अध्यात्म रामायण, भगवद गीता, उपनिषद से हमारा जो सनातन धर्म का ग्रेटनेस है उसमें अध्यात्म का हमको पूरा क्लियर नहीं पता चलेगा. और उसको 10 बार पढ़ना पड़ता है टू गेट अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड कन्विक्शन. देन लिव लाइफ लाइक दैट फॉर योर ओन एवोल्यूशन, फॉर द एवोल्यूशन ऑफ द होल ग्लोब एंड यूनिवर्स, फॉर द सस्टेनेंस ऑफ दिस redeeming Sanatana Dharma. So that Avabhruta Snana also is over. Thereafter क्या हुआ कि स्नातः, after taking that bath properly, the Avabhruta Snanam, our Vasudev ji, Alankara Vasamsi, है ना, all the variety of Alankara and Vastra, Vandibhya Dhatu. He gave to all the Vandi Magadas who have served, who have taken care of the Rishi Muni, who have made the arrangements, who sang the songs, who made the music. In sab ko bhi Vastra Alankara he has given. Ada tatha striyaha, even the stri also, they were also were ready to help him in that dana karma. Then tatha swalankritaha, he himself also after that very well alankar karke varnan to all the brahmana, kshatriya, vaishya, shudra, brahmachari, grasta, vanaprastha, sannyasi, in sabko ashwabhyaha. This is what I was saying 4-5 days back. Up to the shwa, shwa means dog. Ashwabhyaha annena pujayata. He gave bhojan to all of them and made them happy. That's called a pujayat. So like yesterday का ना जो गेस्ट आए थे इतने खुश हो गए इतने वेराइटी ऑफ खाना देखकर. You know, it was a wonderful arrangement. It was. I was listening to the cooks who were organized, involved in that, and variety of the dishes they were made. And you know that 15,000 बर्तन जो जयपुर से मंगाए ना सारे सिल्वर वाले, क्या चमक धमक के थे. New ones all were. Everything was silver because in silver food doesn't get spoiled quickly. It remains fresh for a long time. Thaliyan, katoriyan, chammach, everything was silver. Yeah, that's India. That's Sanatana Dharma. But they will never forget throughout life then. Some egoistic fellows, they are there, they don't, out of this enmity, etc., they don't, वो तो एक दांत बेवकूफ तो होते हैं, we not worry about them. तो here also वसुदेव जी ने सबको भोजन खिलवाया, including the dogs also. Include में dogs में dogs है, monkeys है, cows are buffalo, तो सारे पशुओं को, पक्षियों को, वृक्षों को, फिर even the चांडाल लोग इत्यादि वो है उनको भी, शूद्रों को, देन द वैश्य, देन क्षत्रिय, देन ब्राह्मण, देन ऋत्विक, देन राजा लोग जो है उनको, उनके साथ वाले, एवरीबॉडी वर गिवन भोजन. अन्न आश्वभ्य, इट इज कॉल्ड एज समदृष्टि. देखो, when you are doing the yajna in this, even the पशु पक्षी also have to become happy. और उनको मिनिमम खाना चाहिए बस. They are not greedy like human beings, like your own children. पैसे भी चाहिए, पैंट शर्ट भी चाहिए, कार बंगला भी चाहिए, घोड़ा गाड़ी गधा भी चाहिए. These many nonsense desires they don't have. थोड़ा भोजन दे दो, they are happy बेचारा. पेड़ को थोड़ा पानी, थोड़ा सा खुराक दे दो, खत्म. पशु पक्षियों को थोड़ा पानी दो, दाना दे दो, and they bless us more than these ungrateful human beings. I'm just telling you how to balance ourselves. When these things are said, whenever such things are said, the thing where we are missing or lacking, उसको हमें पूर्ण करना चाहिए. So I really loved this one, कि वर्णान आश्वभ्यः अन्नेन पूजयेत्. Up to श्व पूजा की. ऐसे उसमें फिर उनके ले आने वाले रथ के जो घोड़े वगैरह थे, फिर रथ को चलाने वाले थे, पालकियां ढोने वाले थे. These all women came in पालकियां. तो एवरीबडी वर गिवन फूड. हाथी को चलाने में आहट थे, हाथियां भी इतने थी, उनको भी भोजन. In doing all this, how active, dynamic we become. We go beyond the tamo guna. The only example is our Gurudev. He never allowed the tamo guna into him. He was in Shuddha Sattva guna, and to work for the world in the spiritual field, he invoked that Raja guna of going everywhere and aggressively giving satsanga, etc. That is used that Raja guna. It was required. His is the great work after that independence from 1951 onwards that kept India alive in its spiritual thing. Slowly, now it is taken up by others. If he had not done that, how many letters he wrote to that Nehru to bring Indian education system, culture, spirituality into schools and colleges? That fellow has never done it. He is a westernized mind. Is it not? Materialistic wala, misguided by the Britishers and all. Our prarabdha, what to do? Such type of leaders we had for such a long time, 48 to 64. Crucial period, immediately after independence. If those 16 years were encashed by us for reinstating Sanatana Dharma, अब तो कम हम हर फील्ड में एक विश्व गुरु बन जाते थे. He had not only for Gurudev, and seeing him some other people, they started doing the sustenance of Sanatana Dharma through the samstas. This history थोड़ा हमको जानना चाहिए. Wonderful it is. So now what happened later on? Ki alankruta varnan ashwabhya annena pujayet. Pujayet. Everybody were given the bhojanadi. Everybody were respected. Because so many were there participating in that. Thereafter kya hua? Bandhun, all the relatives, Sadaran along with their wives, Susutan with the children, Bhuyasa Parivarhena, with extreme big quantity of the Parivarha means gifts. Variety of gifts he has given. Who were they? Vidarbha, Kosala, Kuru, Kashi, Kekaya, Srunjaya. From these many kingdoms, the kings or the other people who have come without any differentiation or any biasness to everyone, पारिबरहम श्री वसुदेव जी gave पूरा दौलत लुटाई दिया लगता है उन्होंने इन सब यज्ञ में. As I was telling you, whatever the wealth you have, account it before dying by using it for all the yajna. He must be doing that. Everybody has, because they all participated. They उन्होंने चार चांद बना दिया, रौनक कर दी पूरे प्रोग्राम को with their presence. So every one of them were gifted. Sadaran, Sasutan, Bandhuna, Bhuyasa, Parivarhena. He has made happy. Who are they? Vidarbha, Kosala, Kuru, Kashi, Kekaya, Sunjaya, ityadi. Not only that, Sadasya, whatever the members who came only to witness, Rutvika, all the Rutvik Brahmanas, then Suraganana, even the Devatas who came. Not only that, Nru, human beings, Bhuta, all the other beings like that, as I told you, Pashu Pakshi Ityadi, even Pitru Devatas, through being the Tarpanadi, Charanadi, Charana means Yaksha Kinnara Kyavasandar, in सबको मन में रखकर उनके लिए भी उन्होंने, according to the Shastra, in doing what these things reach to them, he has known and he has done to everyone. The whole Bhagavad Purana in this way, in details, we have not seen anywhere. तो चारणों को, राजाओं को, देवताओं को, पितृदेवताओं को, ऋत्विकों को, सदस्यों को, सबको, even Bhuta. Bhuta means all other beings. He has given all the things that are required so that they become happy. In this way, huh? Having done all that, then all those people who have come, participated, delighted in that yajna, Sri Niketam Anugnapya, having taken anugnya permission from Sri Niketa, that is Bhagavan Krishna, Sham Samtaha Kratum, praising that great, grand, glorious yajna, prayayuhu, they went to. Like today also, all these variety of presidents, they have come. So much praise they had for our these great arrangements. This Russia wala fellow, he did not come, but his comment was the best. A very good decisions are taken, which will help for the future. President has not come. He has said some other representative, but his comment came. The moment the American Prime Minister went away, President, immediately his phone call came to Prime Minister. After that Rajghat thing, before the 10:30, that meeting where the final topic was discussed, then the resolutions were passed, and the ton is given to the next fellow. So that time came. Others also. There's nobody who has gone without appreciating the pure, beautiful thing. We'll see that daily. You can browse through, you will know everybody's reports, comments, and they're all whatever you call them. So here also everybody worshipping this great yajna or praising this great yajna, doing pranams of Krishna, taking permission, they all went away. Now one of the biggest group is that of Kaurava Pandavas. Now they can't leave Yadavas with their love, but still what to do? They have to go, they leave. The list of them is given. Then the last ones to stay back are the Nanda Yashoda. तो उनके साथ जो है और ज़्यादा टाइम वो लोग रहते हैं. That portion we will see tomorrow. But this one today to conclude, Dhritarashtraha, Anujaha, the brother Viduraha. Then Parthaha is all the three. Yudhishthira, Bhima and Arjuna. Then Bhishmaha, Bhishmacharya. Dronaha, Dronacharya. Prutha is Kunti. Yamo means Nakula Sahadeva. Narada who was came. Narad ji. Then Bhagavan Vyasaha, Vedavyas ji. Suhrut Sambandhi Bandavaha. Many other unnamed names जो है सुहृत लोग, वेलविशर, संबंधी who are samdhi बने हैं, बांधवाहा who are blood relatives, all of them, bandhun parishvajya yadun, having hugged that yadu who are the bandhus, ki sahurdat, out of that so much of love, klinna chetasaha, there were the tears in the eyes of them. Yesterday जो साउथ अफ्रीका का मैं देख रहा था ना, that fellow was hugging again and again the Modi, because the South Africa Union has 51 countries, so many resources, but nobody took care, the earlier people. The Prime Minister took initiative and pulled them into G20. There is diplomacy to every type ka hai. The India has to grow, sustain. It has to withstand to all the onslaught of these other prime ministers of their country. So diplomatic aspect है उसमें, ट्रेड बनाना, सब अपना भारत माता के लिए उन जगह पे बिजनेस को बढ़ाना, उसके साथ उनका भी ग्रोथ होगा, तो होता ही है. He is that way. King made rishi. A rishi made as a king to do the work. You all see in your own eyes. So, but then that comfort, that joy in that South African person, and the reports that have come from those nations, feeling so elated and happy. हमेशा डाउन ट्रॉडन ही होते थे वो लोग, अब देखो मौका दिया. मैं तो कहता हूँ ऐसे हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर जो ना, ये श्रीलंका वाले, नेपाल वाले, इवन पाकिस्तान को भी he should help them. Because all humanity have today. फिलहाल नहीं, मेरिट नहीं. Once they come out of all the terrorism thoughts and that religious biasness, at least next to next generation, the Pakistanis and all Islamists अपना कट्टरपंथ छोड़ देते हैं, तो together we can grow. Because all humanity is one. Everybody should. Why should anybody suffer on this globe? Universal outlook होना चाहिए हमको. वसुधैव कुटुंबकम का अर्थ वही है. But right now, they are destructive. केयरफुल एंड पढ़ रहा है, उनको दे लेने का देना हो रहा है जबरदस्त. Is this that whatever terrible thing that's happening in POK in that Taliban of Afghanistan, अब अगले 10 साल तो इतना होएगा वो पाकिस्तान की, उनको तो फिर सीखना ही पड़ेगा पाठ. एंड दे हैव टू टोटली चेंज द एंटायर वे ऑफ एजुकेटिंग द यूथ देयर. सबको टेररिस्ट बना देते हैं यार, रिलीजियस टेररिस्ट. देन दे नेचुरली बी आइसोलेटेड. ओनली दिस कंट्री, अदर कंट्री देखो, यूनाइटेड नेशंस, अरब कैसा था 40 साल पहले, वर्स्ट देन दिस पाकिस्तान. बट दे जस्ट ओपनड अप फॉर द बिजनेस टू कम, दे हग्ड एवरीबॉडी. अब देखो इतने रिच हो गए दे. Just political scenario you all know more than me, but my idea is one: you have to go on live, loving the people so much, like all these Pandavas, Kauravas, while living so much love for these Yadavas. That's Lehat Klinna Hrudayaha. That's what he said, na? Ki Sauhrudat Klinna Chetasaha. So much of prema, but everybody chitta was becoming ardra, melted only. Then Yayuru, they had to leave. They went Viraha Krutsrena Swadeshan. With all that Badha, Dukkha of the Viraha, they left. Then Apare Janaha, even others also left. Then the last group is Nanda and Yashoda and all these people. और उनका तो प्रेम इतना बढ़िया, in 4 5 shlokas, what Vasudeva talks to the Nanda Baba, the words of gratitude which we have chanted today, are of such a highest esteem that we cannot browse through them quickly. At least 10-15 minutes हमको पढ़ना है. So that portion we will see and conclude that chapter tomorrow. Then we enter into the next chapter, the 85th tomorrow, where mm, 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 Jnana Vishayas are there. We start tomorrow. That Vasudev ji, when Narad ji said like that, na, thoda sa unko akal band ka khul jaake, he starts doing स्तुति of his own son, भगवान कृष्ण का. भगवान कृष्ण सुनते हैं, हंसते हैं, उनके चरण में पिता के पढ़कर, पापा शर्मिंदा क्यों कर रहे हो, नो, that type of dialogue. Those things we will see in the 85th chapter tomorrow, day after. Thank you. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namo. Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Beautiful Bhagavatam. I really loved yesterday's portion, because it is teaching us, inspiring us to do the things practically. Om Madhya Madhya Vardhamani Uttarav Nirajanan Darshayami. Hari Om Hari. Narayan. ओम नीलमेघ श्याम कृष्ण नित्य जगन बाल गोपाल वेणुगान वेदांत भक्त जनाधार तत्र सूर्योपाधारकम नियम नारायण नमो ब्रह्मादि ब्रह्म बोल श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण दिव्य शास्त्र की जय. श्री वेदव्यास सुखदेव सूतादि भागवताचार्य की जय. बोलो भाई सब संतना की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु गण की जय. धर्म संस्थापक गण की जय. राइट.